Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Friday, the 10th of March, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, V&J's host sports meet, and in our feature for this evening, El Camino Tonito Willett celebrated. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Between cats and dogs. What is this place?
Well, I'm back, and we start with athletics. Much to the delight of the excited parents and other family members, the Naomi's Preschool and Daycare hosted its annual road runs on Thursday, the 9th March. The children were placed into different categories and competed over distances suitable to their ages. From the tiny tots to the older children, they all provided top-class entertainment for the adoring onlookers. The top placements were, for the girls under 2, Group 1, Catalea Agria first, Isabella Ranbaran second, Group 2, Zendaya Primus first, Braylon Herbert second. Boys under 2, Trevon first, Maverick Isles second, Aiden Brown second as well. So that must have been a tie. Girls 2 to 3 years, Jada Smith first, Tyranny Edwards second, Azalea Bryan second, and Cadillac Leader third. Then the boys 2 to 3 years, Xander Willett first, Aiden Leader second, Kamari Joseph third, Ryan Hines fourth, Zion Irish fifth, Denaje Phillips sixth. Girls 3 years, Verlin Rosario first, Jamia Brown second, Zanelia Daniels third, Abiana Hendrickson fourth. Boys 3 years, Dijon Francis first, Cairo Williams second, Najari Julius third. Boys 4 years, Aaron Jack first, Maximus Isles second. The totals, Red House 68 points, Blue House 58 points. Well, we get some of the excitement.
So we're here at the Naomi's Preschool, and they're going to have their annual road runs. A couple of them on the track already. Looks as if the race is underway. The race is underway. And one of them is heading to Mommy. My goodness, he knows what he's about. My goodness, Usain Bolt's first cousin. Usain Bolt's first cousin. This guy has potential, and he's gone back. My goodness. Well, he just sharp. He's just a sharp. My goodness. well. He's a real sharp. He crossed the line and then he went back to show them that he could do it again. That's a star athlete. Serious star athlete. And so now we're going to have, this looks like the son of Akito Willett. So he's going to be in this one. And of course the Willets, well, he's ready to roll. Grandma is here, Daddy is here. Mommy is here as well, and so he's ready to run. So just about to get, my goodness, here is Xander. Xander is kicking up a stomp, but Blue is getting ahead of him just a little. Blue knows that Xander is gone. My goodness, Xander has run. My goodness, I think he saw Daddy at the end, and well, Grandma is elated, and the mommy is happy. Daddy's happy, whole family is happy. They're just about to get started. They're off and running. Two of them are going, one not going at all. Here she comes. She knows where she's heading. They know both of them. This is close. Oh, great. And then we have the third placer crying wee all the way home.
Meanwhile, the V&J's Preschool hosted its annual sports meet on Thursday, the 9th March at the E.T. Willett Park. The proud patrons for the day were the parents, Vincent and Sharina Chapman. The athletes commenced with a march past and then engaged each other in flat races, socks and shoes, tread the roll, obstacle races, fill the bucket, and relay races. It was fun and excitement all afternoon for the many the many onlookers, who included parents, grandparents, siblings, and other family members. Apparently, the points between the two houses were so difficult to tally that the overall winner was not declared up to press time. But we get some of the action from the E2 Willett Park.
Good afternoon, everyone. May we stand, please?
We're about to have the first race of the day, and I'm not seeing any finish line, but I hope they'll get that sorted out. So we're about to have the start of the first race, 30 meters. And they're off and running. Well, my goodness, there's a greenhouse athlete cheering away from the others. My goodness, she knows what she's about. And then we have a close one, red, green, and here's a red coming home. So, big run that time. And the crowd is building up nicely here. Crowd is building up nicely. It's the V&J's preschool sports meet, and certainly creating some excitement already. Well, it's going to be the 3-year-old boys over a distance of 30 meters. And my good buddy, Kadim, is in this one. Kadim is, but he refused to take part in the march past, but seems as if he's going to run. A very anxious mommy is right here at the finish line. So they're very anxiously awaiting the arrival of their little ones. The parents are here already with their own videographing effects, and so should be having the start of this one. It should be another exciting one, I could tell you. So
the athletes are ready on the track.
So they should be getting out of the blocks. I'm not seeing a starter. Maybe one of the teachers is going to start. One of them is gone. One of them is gone. Well, he's just warming up. He's just warming up. You see them do it on the TV, so he's taking a little run down the track just to get the warm up. And he seems like one of those own way kind of people, you know. So, and now Kadim is starting, because Kadim says, well, if you can go, I can go too.
It looks like the athletes are ready.
I mean, they don't have a starter, so they're a little anxious. And here's another one. My goodness, he's gone. My goodness. Hey, these guys are warm. They're really warming up here. So it's going to be...
When they start to run, I want to come up on this side. Yeah. Run come from...
So, 4 athletes in this one. It's the boys over a distance of 30 meters. And they should be getting out of the block shortly. They've been really waiting for this moment, anxious to go. Headmistress Powell is going to start them. Now, this time they can run. Let's see who's going to take this one. Kadim making some waves, but somebody's leading now. This one, this Red House athlete and green, where are they going? They're going to Montserrat. They're going to Montserrat, while Kadim and the other partner, they have gone to Nevis. Derek Parry, Keith Atherton, Stuart Williams, well, with Kiego. They were running wide apart, but who is going to win this one? Green and green, looking at each other. I think green, then red. So they were running really wide apart, as if they're doing social distancing. And they did it crossways and they did it lengthways. So these flat races sponsored by Karim Walters. And so the action will continue now. I think these would be the bigger boys of the school. Here's where the big boys play. They're really kind of spaced far apart here. And I guess still cognizant that COVID is still somewhere around. They're really anxious to go. 4 athletes, they're off and running. This could be interesting, folks. This could be interesting. Green is gone. Green is gone. Green is gone. Well then, red and green.
We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
Yo, book it on the Mr. Killer representing full 100 for NTV. Nevis television, you tell me about this television? Yo, I tell you about this television. This is the biggest and the baddest television. Remember, yo, Nevis television, Mr. Killer said, pick up something, anything. Nevis television said, run with it.
Well, I'm back, and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. It was a long day for the man El Camino Tonito Willett. Thursday, the 9th March, made 50 years to the day that he broke the glass ceiling of insularity existing at the time pertinent to the selection of cricketers to the West Indies cricket team, to become not only the first Nivision, but even more significantly, the first Leeward Islander to make it into the prestigious team. Willett started the day at Naomi's preschool and daycare to see his grandson, the son of Akito, placed first in his Tiny Tots road run. He then headed to the Nevis Sports Museum, where he was lauded by no less persons than Vera Herbert, the director of the museum, and former West Indies netball captain Lydia Thompson-Claxton. He also met with and was quizzed by a number of students representing several primary schools across the island and spent what seemed like an eternity signing autographs. As a matter of fact, he declared that he has not signed so many autographs at one go since doing some in England many years ago. His day culminated at the Malcolm Gishard Memorial Park, where he was further lauded during a gala fit for a king, coordinated by the Nevis Cricket Association. Among the dignitaries present were Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liebert, Governor-General of St. Kitts and Nevis, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, Premier Mark Brantley and Mrs. Brantley, members of Cabinet in St. Kitts and Nevis, Sir Anderson Roberts, and former and present-day cricketers from the Leeward Islands. The proceedings were superbly chaired by Stevenson Manners, who recently released a book chronicling the cricketing history of Nevis and included remarks by the Honorable Joseph Parry, Enoch Lewis, President of the Leeward Islands Cricket Association, Premier Mark Brantley, Dr. Sir Anderson Roberts, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, Carlyle Powell, President of the Nevis Cricket Association, and the great man himself, El Camino Willett. President Powell also read a message from Windies cricket chief Ricky Skerritt, who was unavoidably absent. During the presentation by Sir Andy Roberts, he noted that he was too old to bowl bouncers now, but delivered a verbal bouncer when he stated that his former teammate and roommate, El Camino Willett, now has MBE behind his name, but that is now full-time, that he gets something in front of his name. This was received with tremendous applause. Dr. Drew, who spoke immediately after, refused to duck out of the way of the bouncer and hinted to making the necessary recommendation. This too was received with loud applause. Willett was then presented with an impressive plaque and a huge painting of himself done by the indomitable Vaughan Anslin. The other cricketers from Nevis who have made it to the West Indies cricket team were also presented with plaques of appreciation. The Nevis Cricket Association must be commended for a superbly coordinated gala, which also served to showcase members of the association, elegantly attired and working tirelessly throughout the event, along with some of the youthful cricketers of Nevis, who also featured in a real way. The general consensus of opinion was that although the main meal worked out to be more of a test match than a T20, it was definitely worth the wait. Well, let's share some of Willett's day.
My question is, Mr. Willett, when you would have made that team at 19, you would have been the first Leeward Islander, right? Little boy from Nevis. Yes. How did the other guys treat you? How did they treat you? Who you met, yes, the teammates.
Yeah, well, I got along with quite a few of them, really. One called Keith Boyce. One Keith Boyce from Barbados. We got along very well. David Murray from Barbados. He, and I got along very well. I went on the tour. He didn't make his debut that year, but he was on tour with us in England. We got along very well in England in 1973. And then Viv and Andy came on in 74.
I was supposed to be married to Viv, right?
I didn't know. So, Andy and Viv and myself, we got along very well under tour of India, Pakistan and Sri Lanka, 1974-75, extended into 75. Went in November of 74 and ended in March.
Wow.
Okay. Those days, we had those long tours. Yes, yes. We spent 3 months in England when we toured there. Because those days, we used to play out of the county teams and so on. So, but these days, they were like a month and so on, they're spending on these tours.
Okay, so before the signing of the autographs, even one person from Charlestown Primary? Okay, come right up. I have a question for Mr. Willett. Turn around. Yeah, ask the question.
How much games have you won?
I can't say how many games.
Won. That's a big one.
Because I would have won a lot of games for Nevis to start with. Leeward Islands and Combined Islands, yeah. When I started playing first-class cricket, we were combined. The Leeward Islands and the Windward Islands, we played as a team, you know. And then in 1981, I think, we separated again. So I represented the Leewards, the Combined Islands, and then back to the Leewards after we were separated in 1981. Yeah, but you know, I played for 20 years for Nevis.
So a lot of wins,
you know.
That. Lot of wins in 20 years.
20 years I played cricket for
Thank
Nevis.
you.
Willet, help me though, Willet, help me though, Willet. This unspoken division is really a man amongst men. The little left hand spin bowler show the selectors he's the master. Congratulations from all Antiguans, big and small, old and young, no exception. We do hope that you'll do your best in all of your tests. With heart and soul, congratulations. Willet, help me though, Willet, help me though, Willet. This unspoken division is really a man amongst men. The little left hand spin bowler show the selectors he's the master. Congratulations from all Antiguans, big and small, old and young, no exception. We do hope that you'll do your best in all of your tests.
Spofford in 1959 with that red sash around his waist, approaching the crease to bowl. Len Harris, the great batsman, all those who made contribution to Leeward Islands cricket and to West Indies cricket. I will end by saying this. I believe it is not too late. I believe, just like in Barbados and Jamaica and those places, you don't just honor with a dinner, but you find some way to give them some kind of stipend, and some kind of honor that can elevate them in the eyes of people. Because if you want people to honor somebody, you can't afford for them not to be able to live a decent life. You must say to them, this man is there because he has done well. And we want the rest of you to try to achieve the level he achieved and even to do better. That is how you uplift your society. And so that is my recommendation tonight. Congratulations to Carlisle, to Steve on his book. He gave me one a few minutes ago. I hope other people follow in their footsteps to elevate, to record, and to let us know why the Visions are who they are.
I start my quick single by saying that as I reflected on the name of our honoree tonight, it struck me that just like names, initials too have meanings. The question then became, what would ETW translate to on the field of play as it relates to our enemy? Instantly, the words exceptional, transcendent winner came to mind. However, players of his era, in particular those batsmen who were mesmerized over the years, have a different spin on his initials. For the trauma they encountered, the initial ETW could only mean a single thing, which is extraterrestrial weapon.
You are indeed, sir, a role model to aspiring cricketers and to all of us citizens alike. Fittingly, Nevis's main cricketing facility bears your name as a lasting legacy of what can be achieved even from the humblest of circumstances. Further, your name now bears the post-nominal letters MBE, signaling the conferral of one of the most esteemed honors of the British Empire. You're well deserving of these honors, as you have distinguished yourself as a true definition of excellence. Permit me to borrow from Ronnie Oldham when he said, excellence is the result of caring more than others think is wise, risking more than others think is safe, dreaming more than others think is practical, and expecting more than others think is possible.
We owe a lot to Elko, because had he not built this glass ceiling that surrounded players from the Levers and Woodwards, West Indies cricket would not have been where it was. But we took our inspiration from Tonito. Yes, he was my roommate in India, and we shared room numerous times, had long-lasting conversation, some pleasant, and I know someone is waiting patiently to hear what they have to report on Elko. But it's not always what you think. Our conversation at night were basically surrounding cricket. I see that they have me here saying bouncers. Well, I'm too old to bowl a bouncer, but I can pass on some verbal bouncers. And this is the gentleman sitting at the same table as I am. I see at the back of Elko's name is CBE or MBE. But what I would like to see is something at the front of Elko's name. So I'm hoping that the gentleman who comes after me can pass on some of that to his cabinet members. So next time I will adjust Elko, I will be saying, Sir Elko Meadow.
And so I will wrap up by saying, if history continues as it is, where I see his achievement being so tremendous that the first person I would nominate to receive my award for Men's Day, then I think history might speak to other nominations that can take place. And so I want to wrap up by saying, El Comido, as I affectionately refer to you now, your achievements will go way beyond your years. You have shattered the ceiling and allow others to benefit. You have planted a seed trees under which, or the tree under which you did not enjoy as much shade as others, but that speaks to your greatness.
El Camino Tonito Willett. Good evening, all. I'd like to adopt. Okay. Good evening, all. I'd like to adopt the protocol already established, but I must recognize the Governor General, Ms. Lyward, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts Nevis, Mr. Drew, and our Premier, Mr. Mark Brantley. I'd like to say thanks to the Nevis Cricket Association for organizing this Class Year 50. I can't believe it's 50 years since I played for us for West Indies. Somebody told me tonight I just look like 50. I can't believe it's 50 years. I am very moved with all the speakers that spoke before me. I like to say thanks to you all for the good things, the great things you have said about me. I like Mr. Andy Montgomery, Everton Roberts, my old roommate. It's nice to see so many of the players I've played with over the years and against, like Victor Eddy. I played a lot against him. They said he was the master of spin, but he never did much against me. I didn't get him out a lot though, but he didn't do much against me. He was very cautious. Yeah, and people, I noticed there's some folks here who seem to have come from overseas. I guess they're members of the Leeward Islands team. Leeward Islands board. Let me say thanks to the president of the Leeward Islands board, Enoch Lewis, and the rest of his team for seeing it fit to be here for this occasion. You know, we got along very good too, Enoch and myself. Let me say thanks to my family for being here, my immediate and extended family, and friends. I've seen many friends here. I've seen some youngsters that I've been working with for a while, with Artie, Keith Atherton, and they come along nicely. I understand a couple of them made half centuries the other day against the under 13 team from St. Kitts. You know. What do you think, folks?
We're also giving Mr. Willett a plaque. It says El Comido to Willett, debut 9th March 1973, best bowling 3 for 33 versus Australia, first player from the Leewards to play for the West Indies. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Let me say thanks to Vaughn Anslin too. I know he does a really good job with his paintings, and I think he's done another good job here. So thanks again to the Cricket Association too for giving me the.
Well, just to remind you that all of these videos are available on YouTube. Just go on YouTube, type in Morton's Menu, and please do like and share and subscribe. Well, that's our package for this evening and indeed for the week. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night and a great weekend.